Okay, welcome one and all. And I've got a quick update regarding Navigraph. Navigraph has updated their Navigraph Charts system so that you can now annotate. You can doodle around, highlight, circle, make drawings, and scribble to your heart contents, which is a really good feature. And if you check out the updates and the settings, so here we are at Brussels Airport. Actually, this is just a terminal that I had been playing earlier. I'm not currently linked to Microsoft, so you're not going to see the little pink triangle. This is usually where I depart from and arrive when I'm coming into Brussels, this 238. So, but let's just get onto that update. So, yeah. So look here. If you go to settings, right, if you have the OFP open and you go here, check for updates. So I've already done this, so it's going to tell me a different message. Software update. You are running the latest version. Yeah, because it was updated. Dismiss. Okay, and you will actually see a statement saying currently downloading or whatever. And as soon as it starts that, you leave it for a while. It'll start the download. It does it automatically. And when it's done, it just says restart Navigraph Charts. And hey presto, what you then get, if I move to get that off, go back to my flight options, go to view your flight plan, OFP, sim brief, click. Now if you notice just there, there's a squiggly orange pen, right? And if you just have a look, you get a whole menu up here. Okay, so color change of your pen and so on, and you got the squiggly line. So basically I'm on yellow there. You can have a different size of whatever you're trying to squiggle. And just got it on the small one there. And so if you now just go down here, you can just squiggle, do anything with that. And the right or the left mouse button does this. You know, if you click on either, it does it. So we can use this to undo. So that's your squiggly line. This is your square box, and as that is an open square box, it will just give you an open square box of the same color. Okay, which I think is really great. You know, you can block off information. You can see information that you want to refer back to really quickly, like you want your block fuel, yeah, and so on. You can just do that there. Just 1 second, right? Bring that down a touch. Right, so let me line that back up. Right, so if I was saying that I just want to get a quick reference quickly and just go in and out, you can either block that off with a square box of color of your choice, or you could just highlight a particular line if you want. Just highlight it instead, whatever color you want, no problem. So you can see that you can do all these little options here, and yeah, I think that's great. Circle things if you want, open circle, and so on. So this is what you can do, and you just get rid of it, and it'll stay there until you delete it. Then it won't reappear. But this is what I did earlier. If I now go down to airport and have a look, I've actually zoomed right in so you can see it's the same apron. And as I said before, this is where, so I've highlighted where I usually park at the gate at Brussels, and you can see that I've drawn in a taxi route once given, right? So you can get your taxi instructions from the ATC and then quickly write them down and put them in and just draw the route quickly, so then you know where you're going. And as I said before, I am not connected to Flight Sim, so what you're seeing here is just this Navigraph running without Flight Sim connecting. So this is just my little dots. So I just sketched that in. Let's have a look at something here. So if I then just now, you see the normal menu across the top. If I just go to the pen, it switches to these. So I can choose, say blue here, go squiggly line, and what I found out is you just scroll in there, and sometimes it's best to probably stop and then click and start again. Rejoin, you're not really good. And the reason I said to do that is if you're making a mistake and you want to quickly come back from your mistake, if you don't do that stop and start, right? So they say, oh, that don't look right. Then I just get rid of just that tiny piece, that piece, that piece, or that piece. If not, you're going to get rid of all of it and start again. It just seems, just save time, just do it in stages. And yeah, you can block off regions, so you can actually see I've put the dot in there. Oops, let me just get that off. Right, so just come out of that and then pull it down. Now you see, this is where I'm going to hold. Yeah, you can see that's the whole section, the whole option there for you to stop, and then get your instructions from ATC again that you're there, as obviously. So that is so good to block. And oh yeah, there's a bit that I did earlier. So basically there's my taxi instructions, but as you can see, that's as small as I could actually make that writing. I tried. It's really hard to go any smaller because this is as thin as you get this, and as I was probably suggesting to myself, I think they could have maybe put a text option in there for you to type it in the same colors of your choice, because if you try to do this, it's really hard to get really small. And I guess if you got like a tablet connected in some form or some way or the other, yeah, you could get, oops, oh well, you get a point. That was supposed to be an 8. So you see, it's really hard. And if you go smaller than normal, it sometimes doesn't register that you've actually done anything. So that's the instructions. You just have, but anyway, it's just doodling, and then you can get a bit of information of where you're going really quickly. Just put there, you see. So it's just for doodling. It'll get your attention really quick. So that's their update, which is pretty good. I think it's you can go back to these at any time. That's the thing, and they'll stay there. So I did this yesterday on here just to check it out, and it's still there when you come back. I mean, my machine's been off, everything else, so it holds, and I guess this delete button gets rid of everything in one go. Okay, so if I then go, oops, to parking stand, there you see I did one earlier where I just highlighted my gate. And then let's have a look at, I think that's the departure there. Yeah, anything in there? No, I didn't put anything in there. You can add anything to there as well. You can just do anything you want, squiggly. Make some notes. Okay, so if I just head over to, let's have a look at, nice. So I was just scrolling on the approach chart for Manchester. Just highlighted the box there, altitude just before you hit the threshold for entering your glide. Okay, so entering the glide slope, and then decision altitude just as a demo. Just say I'm going to choose this one. So you're coming back, you can also make sure that's the one you're on. You can change it if you want, and so on. So you just doodle, you know. And further up, you can see that I've put my transition altitude, a bit of note there for missed approach, elevation of Manchester. Yeah, so you can just do anything that you would deem necessary just to make things simpler. I guess a lot of people were waiting for this. Anyway, so there you go. It's only been done, I don't know if the last 2 days it was updated. Alright, so I've had Navigraph for some time now. Way before Microsoft 2020 came along, I had Navigraph subscription back when it was Flight Sim X, and you had your charts that you would print out. What happens, you had, I think it was, you had a subscription for each chart. You would give a subscription based on how many chart information you needed, and for each chart, say like this is one of the start. Is this a departure? Hold on a second. Like localizer coming in. Let's have a look. Right, following. Right, so like this star chart. So here we go, because I was just doodling again on this bit. So I guess you guys can have a look at that and see what you think. I think it's great. I think I've had enough chit chat for the time being, and I will see you guys later. If there's any other update coming along, I will try to start this process of informing when updates are happening on a lot of Microsoft products. I am a simmer of many years. I've been with Microsoft from the very beginning. And that's another story unto itself. So there you go, an update to get into, and I'm sure that a lot of people find that very interesting, especially when flying and having little notes dotted about. And the thing that I love it stays there until you take them off, because most of this was done yesterday. Let's have a look. Yep, removing. Right, so I'll leave that there, because more often than not, that is a route I take out to runways. It's more often than not, unless they're going to tell me something else, and no problem. I think I made another one. I can't remember where it is. Was it Manchester? Let's have a look at that one. Taxi. Is it going to bring that up? Yep, there it is. These are some others that I did. Right, so you can actually see a little doodling there. That blue line, that's the wrong way. This is the red, and the magenta line is usually the most routed taxiway to either 23 right or 23 left. And then you can just double check that you're following the right hold points as they direct you to your threshold of the runways. Okay, so yeah, as you can see, this I think is a very interesting update. So thank you for listening and watching, and if you like, just say like. And I could tell people to subscribe, but there's not a lot on my channel just yet, but I'm planning to build on this. Okay, so thank you very much, guys, and that's your update from Navigraph Charts.